Hey everyone, welcome to the panel discussion with Professional Speakers Association of India. It is rightly said that if you can speak, you can influence, and if you can influence, you can change lives. When I shifted gears and moved my career to impacting lives, I stepped in with a great idea, but I was unsure. How will I make this idea be heard and accepted? Was my question to myself. I wanted to enter the business of speaking and become a professional speaker who could persuade and make my idea alive. And that's when I became a part of Professional Speakers Association of India. And since then, I have grown leaps and bounds in shaping my thought into reality, and a lot of it has been made possible because of my association with this community. I'm Esther, a change maker, a growth catalyst, a mindset transformation coach, a proud member of PSAI, and the moderator for today's panel discussion. And I want to welcome each one of you who's watching us today. I want to encourage you to please share the link with your friends and colleagues and help them make the most out of today's discussion. As today, we will be talking about the business of speaking, and we will also be discussing our upcoming Professional Speaker Summit. And for your knowledge, we will also be talking about our association, how your association with PSAI can help you create a global platform of impact for you. So share the link right away. And for all of you who are watching, I also want to tell you one thing. I want you to stay glued right till the end because we will be announcing a lot of bonuses and prizes all through the discussion. So don't take a chance to leave your seat, be glued, and make the most of it. Yes? So if you're ready, let's dig deeper. But before that, here's your first opportunity to win a free ticket for yourself to attend the Professional Speaker Summit 2022. All you have to do is share the live link at least 5 times on various groups with hashtag PSS 2022 and become eligible to attend this summit absolutely free of cost. So get started, share the link, and get that free ticket for yourself. Now, moving on, I want to tell you today I have the opportunity to lead this panel discussion with the leadership of PSAI, the Professional Speakers Association of India. And what better way to know how the upcoming summit and PSAI can enhance your growth journey right from these leaders, isn't it? But before we start this discussion, let me take this opportunity to introduce our panelists for today. So, taking this further, I want to introduce you to our very first panelist. Our first panelist for the evening is Neerja Singh. She is a senior teenager, a true teenager who brings with her 37 years of experience in education and media. She is a keynote speaker who is keenly aware of the devastating outcomes of generational disconnect. And so she speaks on harnessing generational diversity. Nirja, she is a millennial in spirit, an avid golfer. She's a cyclist and a true humble heart whose amazing smile and personality is really, really hard to miss. She's the author of 3 generational books. She holds a YouTube channel and has a professional column on keeping pace with the young. And with this, She also has a signature series on millennials. And yes, she is the president of the Professional Speakers Association of India. Nija Singh, everyone. Nija, welcome to today's panel discussion.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Esther. Delighted to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nija. To move on further, our second panelist for the evening is Subramanian Narayan, whom we lovingly call as Subbu Sir in our PSAI family. He's the Secretary of the Professional Speakers Association of India and Senior Vice President and Mentor for its Mumbai chapter. Subbu Sir comes with 30 years of corporate experience, with 21 years in leadership program. He provides strategic direction for the firm's consulting work in India, Singapore, and Qatar. And he is also a seasoned specialist in crafting OD solutions that generate high impact results. Subramanian has consulted CXOs of over 100 companies and he has helped them improve their leadership effectiveness. Subbu Sir is a keen photographer who enjoys spending time honing his skills and enjoying the nature's beauty. And one thing that you will notice on your very first conversation with him is his deep baritone voice that will want you to keep listening to him. Welcome, sir, to today's conversation.
Hey, Esther, thank you so much. Hi, Nija. Thank you, everybody. And hello, everyone on the audience.
Welcome, sir. Welcome. We are so happy to have you here. All right, now let me share with you about our next panelist. Our next panelist for today's evening is Kumar Achanta, who is the president of the Hyderabad chapter of Professional Speakers Association of India. Kumar is a passionate speaker and a visual storyteller who loves people and can make new friends very, very easily. Kumar works passionately towards helping people become great communicators and speakers of impact. He has been associated with PSAI since October 2019 and he considers this as his extended family. Kumar is also an expert cyclist. He's a great cook and someone who believes that in the end, people will not regret the things that they have done, but they will regret the things that they did not do. And so, he is passionately working towards giving a better and safe cycling experience to the children of his city, Hyderabad. Welcome, Kumar. I'm looking forward to listening to you.
Thank
Welcome.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Esther, for having me here.
You're most welcome, Kumar. All right. From these three panelists, let's move on to somebody who's who's amazing at his work, just like these three panelists. I would like to introduce our next panelist to you, who is Brigadier Sushil Bhasin, who is one of the founding members of PSAI, and he's also the mentor for our upcoming Professional Speaker Summit 2022. Brigadier Basin is a military inspired leadership and time consciousness coach and is also a global keynote and TEDx speaker and the author of multiple self development books. He has served the Indian Army for 34 long years and has applied the principle of military leadership in the corporate and educational world. Brigadier is best described as result focused, highly energetic, and knowledgeable, who lives by the quote of Buckminster Fuller, which says, "Your life does not belong to you, it belongs to the universe," which he likes to spell it as universe. Welcome, sir. Welcome to today's discussion. We are so happy to have you here.
Jai Hind, and thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here amongst the elite of elite. Thank you. And a
Thank you.
great hello to all the audience.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. All right, now our final panelist for today's discussion, She is a young leader. She is none other than Kiran Pari, famous in PSAI, working her way up. She is the VP Learning and Development at PSAI and is also the chairperson for the upcoming Professional Speaker Summit 2022. She's a breakthrough coach, she's a trainer, and a mentor who works with women, empowering them to heal their inner barriers and grow in personal and work life. Kiran is an avid learner herself who has been trained and mentored by some of the best in the global coaching and speaking field. And through her coaching and training work, she has impacted and inspired more than 5,000 individuals. And if you ask me, I think her superpower to success lies in the calmness that she carries with her in all the things that she does.
Yes.
So, welcome, Kiran. We are so happy to have you here today. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Esther. Looking forward to it. Glad to be here and a big hi and hello to all our viewers.
Thank you, Kiran. Once again, I want to welcome all our panelists. Let's talk PSAI. So, for all of you who are watching, you have the opportunity to send us your questions in the comment section from whichever platform you're watching, and we will try to answer them all. So let's move ahead. All right. Write your questions and let them come in. Now, when we talk about professional speaking, what is the first thing that comes to our mind? The first question that comes to my mind, and I want to direct it to Subramaniam sir and ask him, is sir, what do we mean by professional speaking? Who is a professional speaker? We want to hear this from you, sir. Subramaniam sir, to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Esther. That's a great question and a great start to the discussions here as well. And thank you for that opportunity. Professional speaking, two words, and it has profession and speaking. Speakers who speak and make it a profession obviously are called professional speakers. Now, you must be wondering that for professional speakers, there must be a specific qualification. No, if you're listening and if you're listening to this discussion, let me share this with you. If you are an expert, if you're passionate about a specific topic, and if you have been working in that space for at least a couple of years, and you believe that you have something to share, then you can make that passion into speaking and become a professional speaker. So, speaking is no different. If you want to influence your expertise, your passion, and influence the audience that you're looking at, if you want to make an impact into the world, then speaking is very much natural next step. And if you're already doing that, or if you're aspiring to do that, then professional speaking is obvious choice. So professional speakers are speakers who speak and make it as a profession. And what do I mean by that? We earn money by speaking.
Thank you so much, sir, for that insight. Absolutely. So, if you have the passion and you want to impact the world and make money out of it, be a part of a professional speaker association, and no other way than joining PSAI, isn't it, sir? So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
make that passion count to change the world. Now, I understand in the last couple of years that the professional speaking industry has come, there has been a revolution in this industry. And to answer my next question and my curiosity about this, I want to go to Brigadier Bhasin. And I want to ask you, sir, how has this professional speaking industry changed in the last 3 years? And if you can share some insight on how do you think that the future of professional speaking is in the coming years? Sir, we would like to hear from you, Brigadier Naseem.
Thank you so much. So, just to tell you that I have been on the stage speaking since 1963 when I was in class 7. And in 2004, when I stepped out of the army after 34 years of my military leadership and training experiences, I started training. And it's only in 2018 that a friend of mine called Jogesh Jain, he told me, he said, "Sir, do you know that there's a professional speaking industry?" And really speaking, I knew nothing about that. It was an eye-opening thing when he told me to refer to some videos by Frederick Harwin and Kiruba, and it really was eye-opening. And that is what changed my life. I realized one thing very clearly, that I saw keynotes, speaking gigs, events, conferences from a very different lens. I realized that what I could earn in 8 hours of a corporate training experience and impact the lives of 30, 40 people, I could probably do the same if I learned the art of keynote speaking by impacting audiences of 100, 200, 500 in an hour or so. And that demanded a lot of challenge in condensing and distilling that experience and creating transformation in a great mass. Now, that was a different challenge, and it came to me very naturally. It took me some time to get into that. But now, coming to the speaking industry of the future. In 2018, I had started this journey, and in 2019, towards the end, was the first time I started getting my speaking gigs. And in December 19, I got my first speaking gig, which got me more money than my one training session used to. But soon after that was COVID, and we found all speaking and assignments coming to a stop. I'd just done a speaking assignment in Dubai, and we came back and finally found things were changing. On 21st March 2020, the day of the Janta curfew, I went online with my friend Harish Mehta, the president of Mumbai chapter of PSCI, and Gautam Ganglani, who took us on his platform of right selection, and we did our first webinar that day. It was not a perfect webinar, but it was a timely webinar because it was opening up the doors to a new type of speaking, and that was online, virtual. Now, these words were not very common that time. I then realized very soon that it's a hot market and a place for buying and spending money in personal development as individuals and as teams are prepared to do that. Now, live face to face events are returning slowly, but digital comfort has made a difference to the world for the future, and it has become evergreen, no doubt about it. Talking about the upskills of future, see, we need to all upgrade to, we need to bounce forward. We can't bounce back to 2020. We have to bounce forward by going into virtual digital education, by organizing experiential hybrid programs. And most importantly, speakers have to embrace technology. So these are the couple of things that I'm seeing, that your power of influence is your voice of hope, and people need it very badly. So we owe it to the society as a community of speakers to bring hope and positivity to a world which needs it a lot right now.
Absolutely, sir. This world really needs those impact creators. They want change makers. And I think this pandemic has given us something really beautiful, and that is it has broadened our reach to any part of the world. And it is going to be the great thing that you can do in your life to build a career in professional speaking and impact lives much easier than what it was before the pandemic. Thank you, Brigadier Sir. Thank you for that insight, and we're so happy to learn from your experiences and know from you about this. But then I want to ask this next question, which is there are a lot of people who still do not know the speaking industry. They're still skeptical about what is going on and what it is actually the professional speaking industry, and there are many challenges which this industry is also facing. And to answer my next question, I don't see anybody more suitable than Neerja, who's with us, who's representing this association on a global platform. Neerja, I want to ask you this. What is the biggest challenge in this industry at the moment? Neerja, can we hear from you?
The biggest challenge, Esther, in the speaking industry is for speakers to be able to earn their bread, butter, and jam through speaking. That's the biggest challenge. Because the classic definition of a professional speaker that we use as the base point is a speaker who earns their livelihood through speaking. Now, that is different from a celebrity speaker or a motivational speaker. A professional speaker is different in that sense. Now, speakers are interested in speakers, but we have to get the whole world interested in speakers. Their recognition, exactly what you said just now, their recognition of professional speaking in the events industry, for instance, in conferences, in all the other shows that take place, that has to happen. That is a challenge. That is something that the associations that we are all a part of, we are affiliates of the Global Speakers Federation, and there's 17 associations, 17 countries that are affiliated. Each of them have members beginning from maybe about 40 to 130, goes up beyond that in some cases. And all those associations are working to establish the speaking profession as an industry, as a profession, literally. That is the challenge, Esther, for all of us. And remember, it takes a lot of work, because how do you stay relevant? That is an offshoot of this challenge. How do you address the gaps, the fractures in society, in organizations, with people, which can be addressed with your speaking? And so a speaker's antenna has to be quivering all the time so that we make sense and that we are recognized as professionals. So, yes, the biggest challenge is to earn our bread, butter, and jam through speaking, which is not happening in many cases, Esther. That's the challenge we have to meet.
Absolutely, Nija. Thank you so much for that insight. That really is a big question because there are a lot of people who want to be professional speakers, but they do not know how to get that jam from professional speaking. And so, thank you, Nija, for that. And thank you for sharing those details. Now, when I talk about aspiring professional speakers, I have my next question, and I want to ask this question to Kumar. Kumar, I have followed closely your journey of being this impactful communicator and a professional speaker. And you have been a part of this community, which has really helped you to grow leaps and bounds. That's what I understand. So I want to ask you, Kumar, how does anybody who's an aspiring professional, how could he, being the member of PSAI community, can benefit as an aspiring professional speaker and get that jam for himself? Kumar.
All right, thank you so much for the question. And first of all, it's PSA family for me and community later. So I'm so excited to be with my family today virtually. And yes, how did PSA help me? So, friends and viewers, and all those who are listening to me, listen very carefully. As much as you would refuse to believe it, the company you keep does have an impact and influence on your choices. Type yes if you agree. Just type yes in the comment section if you agree. And surround yourself with people that reflect who you want to be and how you want to feel. Let me tell you, energies are contagious. You agree? Type agree in the chat box. So basically, you are the product of your environment. So you got to surround yourself with the best people. And what best I can be surrounded with? other than Professional Speakers Association, right? Such amazing quality people coming together, helping each other, learning from each other, right? And it's amazing. You need to associate with people that inspire you, people that challenge you to rise higher, people that make you better. So that's what this association has done for me. And you got to be with like-minded people, right? So that you can learn. They say that you are the average of five people that you spend your time with. And watch closely, what kind of people are you spending your time with? Think of it. What kind of people? If you want to be a speaker, if you want to be a professional speaker, we are in the business of speaking. If you're a good speaker, if you think you speak well, we are here for you to take it forward, your speaking abilities, and make it into a business. So yes, Esther, this association, I am into this association because I love the people who are already there and who are already doing it, so that I can learn from them.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you so much for sharing that journey with us. Absolutely. If you want to be that impact creator, you need to be. Kumar, are you speaking? I think you're on mute.
Yes.
Yes, Kumar, tell me.
Yeah. So that's what I was telling you. You have to surround yourself with people who are already there and doing it. So that's the best thing that you can do. And this association will give you that power, that push, and that motivation. So be with this association if you want to be in the business of speaking. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Kumar. Thank you for that insight. So, if you want to be really the best, you need to be with the best, and that's what this community has. Now, when I talk about global reach, I when I landed into this community, I realized that there is so much which I never knew about professional speaking. I realized that the world is so small and it is connected, and I can reach the biggest of the speakers just by being a part of this association called the Professional Speakers Association of India. And everybody wants to be global, everybody wants that reach. And just imagine how easy does this community makes for us to have that global reach. And to ask my next question about this, about the global reach, I want to reach out to Subhu sir again. And sir, I want to ask you, how does this taking one membership will give us a global reach to learning and connecting with other impact creators? How can this magic happen with just one membership, sir? Please give us that insight. Subhu, sir.
Yeah, definitely. I think, see, they say opportunity is rare, and it's even more important to know when the opportunity knocks the door. And when it knocks the door, you need to be ready to open the door and take that opportunity. Professional Speakers Association of India gives you that opportunity, gives you that door to the larger world of speaking, of influencing, of impacting. And the reason for that is Professional Speakers Association of India is part of the Global Speakers Federation. And like Nija said earlier, Global Speakers Federation is a federation of 17 associations spread over 20 different countries. And when you have that kind of a reach in the industry, quote unquote, of professional speaking, you're able to connect with the entire world of like minded people. Like minded because everyone in professional speaking space wants to make that influence, wants to make that impact. And when you get that connect, you also learn, you also grow, and you become, even more important is, you become better at the business of speaking. And Kumar said, the people that you spend time with, you're an average of that five. And I would say, if you want to get better at professional speaking or even speaking, if you want to make that influence, increase that influence and impact, then join Professional Speaking Association. And by that, you get an opportunity to connect with all the associations around the globe and build that network. And network leads to opportunities. Network leads to far more opportunities. And remember, you only need one breakthrough opportunity, and you never know when that's going to pop in front of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Networking is going to lead you to those opportunities which are waiting for you. And those opportunities need to be grabbed at the right time, isn't it, sir? So,
Absolutely.
definitely, definitely think of this like how you would have reached the speakers of 17 countries with just one membership. It's really like a magic happening. Yes. So, what are you waiting for? If you're not sending us questions, send us now, because here we have the leadership who's sitting and answering all your questions. Get that curiosity cleared, let that chaos turn into clarity, and decide to join this community, because there is a festival happening and you've got to learn a lot of things when you become a part of this festival, which is coming up in March. I'm going to share with you soon about it in a few minutes. But before that, the first offer still remains. Share the live link with as many as 5 people on various groups, and with a mention of hashtag PSS 2022, and get a chance to attend the upcoming Professional Speakers Summit, which is in March, which is a virtual event. Second, there are also special membership offers which are running at this point of time. So, this is the right time to make the most of those offers. Look for those special membership offers which are going to be flashed here and on all our social media websites. The poster here clearly tells you about it. Take this opportunity to use the most of this offer and be a part of the change, be a part of the community. Now, when I talk about being a part of change and being on a global platform and reaching out to global speakers, I want to ask my next question to Nirja, who is representing Professional Speakers Association on a global stage. Nirja, with your experience, I want to know, how has your experience been representing PSAI on a global stage, and what can we learn out of it, Nirja? Please share those insights with us.
Yes, Esther. So this has been one of the most beautiful aspects of this almost 1 year that I'm going to be completing leading the PSAI. Firstly, it's been an absolute honor and a privilege to be leading PSAI on a global stage. The association has been with me in trust, what I call in trust, and representing the Professional Speakers Association of India has opened up so many skylights to the entire sky out there for me. Some of the things that I learned: number one, the eagerness all across the countries to connect and find opportunities in other nations. That is universal, uniform. I also found, Esther, that the more different we are, the more same we are. And that is something that I discovered on a personal level when I started interacting with the other leaders of our associations. That was similar concerns, similar aspirations, similar difficulties or challenges that the other association leaders are also facing. There is an openness, a beautiful, beautiful, bountiful openness to new ideas. We led, I initiated something informal, and even though it didn't fit in with the template, the formal template of the Global Speakers Federation, it was accepted. So there is this generosity and this desire to give opportunities or give momentum to new ideas and new things. That is another thing. Another beautiful thing I found in my experience with the others was the ease of working with them. Extremely professional, extremely conscious of time. and very, very committed, very committed. I want to talk about a few particular projects that involved a PSI going on a global stage or interacting more deeply with the global the population. One was the PSI Global Chat, which was hosted by the Mumbai chapter. That was the first time we did something like that. And Dr. Molido was there on the panel. There was Jonathan Lowe, there was Kenneth Kwan, there was Charlotte Kemp, and Professor Walker Rummerman. That went off beautifully. That was a first experience. We had lots and lots of questions for them. Then we also held, after the global chat, we had the PLT, the Presidential Leadership Team, visit us digitally. And during that event, we had the Malaysian Speakers Association of Professional Speakers, MAPS members attend. So, in a manner, that was the first international collaborative event. And there was networking that was happening at that event, and we had the entire presidential leadership team visit us and answer our questions. And I want to share a couple of extracts from that meeting. There was a message from Steve Lowell, the president, on what he called connection equity and the responsibility of stepping up, which he said was central and universal to the speaking community. And there was Dr. John Molitor, who offered to help us with the CSP roadmap. And I remember how Martin, who's the president elect, said, first, be a good speaker. And I want to mention here how much generosity I as a PSAI leader, have been extended by the Southern African Professional Speakers Association. And there was another project that we did. There was an article that was contributed, compiled, and it had an interpretation of, or a perspective on what makes for a genius speaker, or what makes for speaking genius. And in that article compilation, we had 18 leaders uh, given their contributions. And I remember Victoria Holz of the Latin American Association, she said, it's to go from great engagement to action. Speaking genius is to go from great engagement to action using gamification and new technologies to deliver tangible results in people and organizations. So, this is just one example. And if you were to go to that issue of ProSpeak, Anupriya is here, and go over those quotations and those thoughts that these leaders have shared, they really, really are extremely, extremely nuanced and meaningful. You'll find a lot in that. So this briefly has been my experience, and Esther, it has opened up my eyes. It has helped me to grow. I've made some beautiful friends. It's been an absolute honor and privilege, like I said. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nidra, for sharing that. Absolutely, the responsibility for all of you who are listening, the responsibility of stepping up is universal, but you need to first be a good speaker. If Nidra, with so much expertise, can benefit so much by interacting on a global platform, to all the aspiring professional speakers who are watching this, what are you waiting for? Why are you not in this community? Why aren't you a part of this revolution which is changing lives and giving you the satisfaction to do this? Right? So grab these opportunities, grab these special offers, and come and have a ball of a time in this community. Trust me, it is worth it. So, as I was saying, that there is a festival going on inside PSAI at this point of time. For all of you who are watching, we really, really have a festival going on in PSI, and all these leaders really agree to that. Am I audible?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yes. So we have a festival going on in PSAI, and we are preparing our way to the upcoming Professional Speaker Summit 2022, which is happening on the 19th and the 20th of March. And so I want to ask this question to Brigadier Bhasin, who has been a mentor to this speakers summit, which is coming up in March. So I want to ask you, Brigadier Bhasin, what are the unique points of excitement that we can look up to in the upcoming PSS 2022? Brigadier Sir, we want to hear from you.
Thank you so much. Firstly, I want to say that ever since we embarked on this journey, we have been focusing on the value that we are going to promise to each one who comes on this summit. And our promise and our commitment is that every second that you invest, not spend, invest in this summit, you are going to get a lot of value. Let me tell you a couple of things. Firstly, we want to convey this message very clearly. As Subbu has already said, speaking is everyone's cup of tea. If you want to influence people with your message, you want to have a competitive edge, you want to be a better doctor, you want to be a better lawyer, you better get onto the stage and speak about what you do. Your uniqueness that needs to be known by the world. We are doing a couple of unique things for this summit. Number one, I don't think you would have ever heard a summit being gamified. We are going to have this summit gamified, which means there's going to be a lot of engagement through gamification, which is a unique thing, and you need to uh, be surprised by the modalities of that. The second is we are going to have a very unique networking and masterminding session being conducted by Gil Petersil, who is known to be the world's networking strategist. We have another brilliant speaker from PSAI, Chandar Sharma. And Chandar Sharma is a brilliant facilitator. He is going to connect because he's a great speaker and he's a facilitator. He's going to integrate the two together so that the speaking world, the speaking family gets to know what exactly is the integration or what is the speaker, uh, how it is toolkit containing facilitation as a tool as well. Another thing that we are promising to our audience, and it's very, very unique. I haven't heard of this happening ever. If you have known, please correct me on that. We are going to publish a book. The title of the book is going to be Power of Uncertainty, Embracing the Future. That's the theme of the summit. Now, we are going to have this book which is going to be a compilation, a distillation of all the wisdom of all the 23 plus speakers, as well as the audience, as well as the panelists, and all the questions that come. That means history will have a recorded evidence or a recorded compilation of all that happened in this, and it'll be there on record, available for people to procure it. We are also going to have videos being compiled into a video library available to people on demand. Now, most summits that I have attended are a series of keynote speeches. Besides just a variety of events like keynotes, panel discussions, master classes, breakout rooms, we are going to add certain things. Like I just said, gamification, networking, facilitation, entertainment, and a variety of speakers, which is going to cover demography. We are going to have speakers from across the globe, pan India, all ages, all types of subjects, and all types of expertise so that you don't find similarity in two speakers. That is what is going to be the uniqueness of the summit. And the team here has been doing a lot of work, particularly the core team of Anupriya and Kiran. Kiran is the chairperson and Anupriya is the co-chair. I think they've done a brilliant amount of work along with everyone else who's pitching in. So
Yes.
the teamwork has been great. And we are looking forward to giving you the type of value that you deserve as an audience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That truly is amazing. And I'm curious. I want to be a part of it as soon as it comes. I'm already registered for the event. Now, value addition, learning gamified, having a being a part of a gamified summit. Have you heard that before? I've not. And I think very rarely anybody might have heard about it. Getting access to video library for all the learnings of those 2 days so that you can self coach yourself later. Who does that? PSAI is doing that for all of us. And so here is another offer for the evening. Wherever you're watching from, in the comment, write down, I am interested to attend PSS 2022. Write this in the comment section and get an opportunity to get that special ticket offer to attend this summit, right? So pick up your phones and do this right way, because opportunity doesn't come again and again. So I think you must make the most of this, right? Now, talking about all these special things, and Brigadier also spoke about Anupriya and Kiran. We have Kiran with us right now. And as I said, the calmness, she's still calmly waiting for her question. So I want to go to Kiran, and I want to ask her. Kiran joined as a member and now she's chairing the upcoming summit. Kiran, I want to know, how has your journey been from being a member of PSAI to chairing the upcoming summit? I want to know it all, and I'm sure all the listeners want to know this, Kiran. Over to you.
Well, thank you, Esther. The journey has been interesting, engaging, and I would say highly enriching. I became a member of PSAI 1.5 years back, and thanks to Brigadier Sushil sir here for introducing me to this wonderful association of PSAI. I honestly didn't know that there is this world of professional speaking, and there are all these associations around professional speaking. I am passionate about speaking, and PSAI kind of opened the doors of this world for me. On any given week at PSAI, so you would know this better, and all the members here, they will agree with me that on any given day, a week at PSAI, we have at least two meets or events happening. Master classes, learning sessions, open mic for speakers, aspiring and established speakers have open mic to hone their speaking skills and get feedback from the mentors. And all these are regular stuff happening at PSAI for the members. And who drives these events? Who drives these meets? It's again we all members of PSAI. We volunteer, we take ownership of these meets from designing to execution, doing the entire end-to-end work of bringing these events for our members. And all these events are designed to help us hone our skills, towards becoming the best in class professional speaker. I would say through my journey at PSAI, like many of the members, I have learned skills. I have gained knowledge which helped me bring in a lot of clarity around my core message. It's helped me to improve the way I deliver my presentation. It's helped me to learn the nuances of technology, which I didn't know that something like this can be used as well. So Brigadier sir Nirja was also talking about technology, how people can bridge in that gap in organizations as well. So one gets to learn all this at PSAI. And more importantly, what I benefited from is being in the proximity of such amazing speakers and learn from the very best at PSAI, and not just PSAI. In fact, GSF, other associations at GSF. And I loved what Kumar said. He spoke about energies being contagious. And it is contagious at PSAI when you come in the proximity of such speakers. It's like the entire mindset shifts. And I realized how I started broadening my horizons. And talking about chairing the summit, I would say this: when you show up, and when you show up consistently, opportunities find you. And I
Yes.
think that's exactly what has happened with me. Till last year, I was leading L&D for Mumbai chapter, and in last year at the summit 2021 PSS, I got this opportunity to become an MC at the summit, and it was a wonderful learning experience. And this year, I would say, I'm really humbled with this opportunity and trust that has come my way to chair this flagship event of PSAI. It's yet another learning experience and a great exposure to know how to run, how to lead, how to manage a summit at such a huge scale. And Esther, I would also like to add on that it's really a great honor to be, working together with all the mentors at PSAI. We are having such amazing mentors. The support that we have received from them is truly, truly fantastic. And the team at PSAI that's working tirelessly to put together and bring an excellent summit, the PSS 2022, for everyone.
Lovely.
Thank you, Kiran. I resonate with every single word that you were saying because I'm very new here, but still, I think trust is at the core of this community. These senior leaders, they just say, do it. It's okay to make mistake, but do it. And that's how I've been learning every time. It's just that you need to show up consistently and grab those opportunities where these leaders are showing trust in you. We also have with us another person, which is Kumar, who has experienced so much in the past summits, from attending to actively participating to also being the MC in the past Professional Speaker Summit. So, Kumar, I want to know your experience of all these summits and being a part of it actively. Kumar.
Wow, fantastic. Yes, I have been part of quite a few last three summits. Uh, okay, today I'm gonna reveal a secret. Let me know if you want to know the secret. Type secret in the chat box. Type secret in the chat box. That's when I'm going to reveal secret. Even before attending the summit, what you got to do? Type secret in the chat box. I want to see, or else I'm not going to talk. Okay? Type
Come on,
secret.
guys.
I'm saying it.
We want
Fantastic.
to know. Come on.
Avoid transactional thinking. What is that? Avoid transactional thinking, which means interacting with people with solely based on what you get, while completely ignoring the needs of the association or the goals of the people. That's when that's where I actually achieved whatever I achieved in PSAI. Amazing friends, great opportunities, right? And let me tell you another secret. One of the greatest law is law of giving. It is phenomenal law, my friends. Give freely and happily. Always from the habit of giving cheerfully, and I have been giving to the association or sharing whatever I could, right? And what you give gets back. What you give, you will receive. Whatever energy you give will come back to you in amazing ways. And that's exactly what happened with me in the association, right? And one more important thing which I would like to share is which I was doing, and you wanted to know why these summits are very important. And so, first thing is you, I got involved. I got involved in whatever associations were doing, chapter-wise meetings, being an MC. It could be facilitating. It could be being in the backstage. What in whichever way I could contribute, I did, and people were watching. So I keep telling my friends, you might have a beautiful website, you know, with nice, good looking. You might be handsome or pretty, whatever it is. But once you open your mouth, you're going to tell the world who you are, right? So just get involved, communicate openly, appreciate each other, and that's what I have been doing. And it had opened up doors for me like anything. I have been an MC for the summit, and last year it was virtual. I have been a conference co-chair. What else we want? This association, we even before. Okay, for the viewers, if you're asking, okay, how would I benefit from this association? I will only say one thing to you: ask not what this association can do for you, ask what you can do for your association, and see how it's going to come back to you. So just participate, just be there, involve yourself 100%. Thank you so much. Thanks, Esther.
Thank you, Kumar. Thank you for sharing those insights with us. Absolutely. All you need to do is give freely and it will expand and come back to you in leaps and bounds. I have experienced that in 6 months. So I don't doubt a word what Kumar has been sharing with us. It's absolutely correct, right? So if you all are still waiting to evaluate if it is right or wrong, or should I go ahead or not, don't do that, because this is not going to happen again. Be a part of the summit and experience that live lessons from those great speakers. Kumar, thank you so much for sharing that insight with us. Moving on, I have something to show you. There is some excitement building inside PSI community for the upcoming PSS. And before I talk anything more about it, I want to show a video to you. Yes. Thank you, team, for sharing that amazing video. Isn't that amazing? Wow, what energy just by looking at that video. Such a phenomenal video. And it talks about PSAI awards. And we're not very sure. We are curious to know about this. And so I want to ask Nirja. Nirja, what is the excitement about awards this year at the summit? Please share with us what is
Yes.
this exciting new addition to the summit, because this is new this year, Nirja.
So I'm really rubbing my hands with glee on this. It's really, really exciting. The thing is that we are here today doing this panel discussion on the work up to PSS 2022 because a whole lot of people over several years have given freely, generously of their time, their ideas, and their energy. And we thought it is high time we acknowledged that, recognized that, and rewarded that. Even this year, we've taken on new ventures. We started a mastermind. There was a speaker development program that was done. There was the slogan writing competition that we did. There's this constant push to move further, to stretch. And that deserves recognition, Esther, especially in an association where the effort is voluntary in nature, which is contributory. So, this is a community spirit. You're giving to the community. You're also working on your own professional speaking, but you are giving to the community. So, the idea behind the PSI Awards instituting this is recognition of this kind of contribution. Now, this proposal was put forth by our membership chair, John Jayakumar, and we have none other than our dapper Chandar Sharma. Couldn't have found a better person to be the awards chair. And he's the one who's organizing the awards committee, putting it together, and going through a very systematic way of identifying. And I'll quickly share with you what are the three awards we came up with to begin with, and also to share with everyone that these awards will be going on the GSF website with the link back to our association homepage. Now, the first award is the PSAI President's Award. We thought we would recognize one PSAI member for exemplary performance in the speaking industry. I hope I'm not letting the cat out of the bag here.
You can do it,
Has
Nirja.
Okay. Now, this is a member who's representative of what it means to be a professional speaker, and I assure you that we have candidates now in PSI over the last couple of years as speakers have gone global. They have they have really strengthened their content, sharpened it. Their deliveries have become really, really sharp. I think they are all set now. The second award is what we are calling the PACI Spirit of Service Award. This will go to one PACI member from each chapter and one member from the exco for exemplary contribution towards the service of the community. And the idea is to thank them and motivate others to come forward and volunteer for such roles, Esther. And the third one is a PACI Lifetime Achievement Award. This is a professional, more as a mark of professional excellence, let's say. And this we decided to give to one professional speaker from India, maybe a member, non member, for exemplary, again, contribution to the speaking industry over several years. And this we are calling the highest honor to be conferred to a veteran in the speaking industry who set the highest standards and acts as a beacon, no less, a beacon of light for other professional speakers. And this is the exciting bit that I was waiting to share, Esther, with you all, the PSAI Awards to be given at the summit, PSS 2022. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nidra. I mean, giving back the best way to live, and this community honors the contributions that its people are making towards the growth of this community, and that is truly amazing. But I did not have enough of that video, so let's have a look at another video before we get on to our next question. Thank you so much, team. This really needs a round of applause. So, can we give a big round of applause to the people who contributing and making this happen? Thank you, Nidra. Thank you for sharing this with us. Moving on to our last question for the evening, I want to call Kiran and ask her. Before that, I want to tell everybody, if you've still not decided on being a part of this summit or taking up the membership of PSAI, I want Kiran to give her last words on how will PSS 2022 change the participants' perspective to speaking. So please listen to her carefully and grab that opportunity to be a part of the summit. Kiran, over to you.
Thank you, Esther, once again. I would say this in this world of endless chatter, endless voices. How will you make your voice heard if you are the same as thousands of other people around? It's rather difficult, right? So, looking at how the speaking industry is blooming now, I think it's really time for those who are passionate about speaking and bringing in impact to look at professional speaking as a way to expand their reach, as a way to influence, as a way to work on their business as well. So here's the theme. So Brigadier Sir has already shared the theme for the summit. So the focus for this summit is the power of uncertainty, embracing the future. And we have an excellent lineup of speakers for all of you who will help you to get clarity on your message for the future. They will help you to step into the business of speaking by learning how to turn that free speech into real cash value. You will learn how to adopt to new technologies. You will learn how to thrive in the times of uncertainty. You will learn how to connect with your audience. You will learn how to navigate through tough times and network with people from across the globe, delegates who are coming in. And there is much, much more that the summit has to offer you. And that will change the way you are looking at the business of speaking, looking at the world of speaking. So do join us, do come and be a part of this summit. Esther, over to you.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, if you've still not decided, step into the business of speaking right now. And the offer which I gave you right in the beginning, that still stands true. So, if you've not shared the live link, share the link using hashtag PSS 2022 to at least 5 various groups and grab an opportunity to win that free ticket for yourself and experience the power which is there in this summit. So, the last one, and this is a quick one for all of our panelists here. I want to ask each one of you, starting Nidra, what has been your one learning with your association with the community? Starting Nidra, one learning with your association with the community.
The one learning has been be easy to work with. Be easy to work with, Esther. Be very easy to work with. Yes.
Awesome. Subbu sir, what's your one learning?
The speaking industry is yet to explode. And if you get in now, you will ride the wave.
Awesome. Kumar, I want to know from you, what's your one learning?
All right. It's not about how good you are, it's about who knows how good you are.
Awesome. Wow. Okay, Brigadier, coming to
Unacceptable.
you. All right. Uh, Brigadier Basim, we want to know what is your one learning?
My one learning is that it is not a community, it is not proximity of power alone, it is not only the company you keep, it is the family you create out of this community that really makes professional speaking such fun. I've had this opportunity of getting to know global speakers just because of networking, and that's been awesome. I
Thank you,
also
sir.
just want to add one thing here, Esther, just for
Yes,
a minute,
yes.
that all that we have been saying so far, what Kiran said, what I told you about PSS 2022, let me tell you that we are still open to new ideas and we are still going to keep improving till the last minute. So if you have any ideas, if you have any suggestions, please drop that in the chat, in the comment section, and we are here to provide you value more than what you could have ever imagined.
Wow. Thank you, Brigadier. Thank you so much. And Kiran, I want to hear from you also. What's that one learning that you've picked up in this association?
So for me, the learning has been to show up. And when you show up, opportunities come your way. And let me tell everyone, there are a lot of opportunities. And it's just that, we have to put our hands onto that and grab those opportunities. It's all there.
Thank you, Kiran. Thank you, everyone, for sharing that learning. Who will not want to learn all this, right? You definitely want to. And so grab the opportunities because today, for today, we have come to the end of today's discussion. So now, as we close, I want to invite Kiran once again, the chairperson for our upcoming Professional Speaker Summit 2022. And I want to ask Kiran to share her final words for today about the summit. Kiran, over to you.
Well, thank you so much, Esther. You moderated this beautifully well, and I couldn't think of anyone else who could have done such a wonderful job. So, congratulations on that. I think we have covered. I hope the audience got immense value. So, thank you to all the viewers who who were there with us during the entire panel discussion. And thank you to all those who are going to watch this later as well. So, if you are a speaker, if you are a trainer, coach, influencer,
Influencer,
educationals, or a
educational, or
corporate professional, the Professional Speakers Summit 2022 that's happening on the 19th and 20th of March is indeed going to be your gateway to the business of speaking. We look forward to seeing you at the summit. You will find the registration links to the summit in the comments, in the comment box. So they have been populating that. And I would also like to invite you to take this opportunity to become a member, join us at PSAI. This is the right time to be a part of the association and get started right away with your journey to become a professional speaker, to inspire and bring in massive impact and change with amongst the people and within the community as well. We have a special membership offer, and that covers the 1 year membership at PSAI as well as your summit ticket as well. So you will find all the relevant links in the comment box. So join us, everyone. You're going to leave the summit with a great amount of learning, great amount of networking, and wonderful memories and experiences at the summit. So looking forward to seeing you all at the summit.
Thank you so
thank you.
much, Kiran. Thank you so much. And with this, we come to the end of today's conversation. But it is said that ends are not bad things, but they in fact mean that something better is about to become. And I definitely believe that this is the beginning of your association with the community of Professional Speakers Association of India. So, as we end today, I want to thank all our panelists for being here. Thank you for supporting and answering all the questions so patiently. And also, I want to thank all of you who are watching us today. I want to encourage you to make your idea count by being in the company of the best here at PSAI. Have an amazing evening ahead, and I will see you at the summit. Bye bye.